The wife of the UK Prime Minister publicly accused the Nigerian government of kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya and torturing him in detention. She urged her husband to stop UK financial aid to Nigeria due to human rights abuses, particularly against Biafra activists. She emphasized that Biafra should be allowed to separate from Nigeria and become an independent nation. Meanwhile, former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo reportedly expressed support for Biafra's cause, further escalating tensions. However, some critics have mentioned that the US has sent around $10 billion in aid to Nigeria, highlighting how both UK and US financial support are being questioned. A UK Parliament member and human rights groups have called for the release Nnamdi Kanu, arguing that his arrest was unlawful and violated international law. The discussion within the Biafra movement stresses their commitment to the struggle until Nnamdi Kanu is freed and Biafra gains independence. Meanwhile, Biafra supporters have dismissed dissenters, calling them distractions meant to undermine the movement's momentum. They encourage unity among pro-Biafra groups, urging them to focus on their collective goal instead of internal conflicts. The Biafra movement sees global figures, including political leaders like Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin, as potential allies in their quest for self-determination. Recently, a dramatic development emerged that has captured the attention of people who are closely following issues related to human rights, political accountability, and the struggle for independence. The wife of the United Kingdom Prime Minister, who has long been known for her outspoken views, has made an emotional appeal to her husband regarding the treatment of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. In a heartfelt declaration, she stated that the Nigerian government had kidnapped Mr. Nnamdi Kanu from Nairobi, Kenya, and subjected him to torture while in detention. This serious allegation has raised many questions about Nigeria's commitment to human rights and its obligations under international law, which deeply concerns me and many others who value justice and freedom. I felt compelled to share this news because it touches on several critical issues that affect not only the people of Nigeria, but also those in the international community who are advocates for human rights and self-determination. The wife of the United Kingdom Prime Minister made it clear that she believed the Nigerian government's actions were not only unlawful, but also morally reprehensible. She implored her husband, who holds significant influence as the head of government in the United Kingdom, to reconsider the financial aid that is provided to Nigeria. This aid, which amounts to millions of pounds every year, has long been a subject of debate among those who are concerned that it might indirectly support human rights abuses in Nigeria. Her passionate plea was not merely a criticism of a foreign government's actions. It was a call to action for international accountability. She argued that if Nigeria continues to violate the rights of its citizens and suppress legitimate calls for independence from regions like Biafra, then it is unacceptable for a democratic nation like the United Kingdom to continue offering financial support without demanding reforms. I found her statement to be a powerful reminder of the responsibility that global leaders have in ensuring that the funds allocated to international aid are used to promote peace, justice, and respect for human dignity. Adding complexity to the situation is the reported support for the cause of Biafra, expressed by former President Olusegun Obasanjo of Nigeria. His public stance in favor of Biafra's independence has further intensified the debate within Nigeria and among its international allies. For many, former President Olusegun Obasanjo represents a figure of significant historical and political importance, and his backing of the Biafra movement is seen as both controversial and influential. His comments have stirred emotions, and brought additional attention to the long-standing issues of ethnic and regional tensions in Nigeria. I must admit that hearing such a well-known political figure express support for a separatist movement has led me to reflect on how political legacies are continuously reshaped by new conflicts and debates. The controversy surrounding this issue is further compounded by criticism regarding international financial support. Critics have pointed out that while the wife of the United Kingdom Prime Minister is calling for an end to financial aid due to alleged human rights violations, the United States has sent approximately $10 billion in aid to Nigeria. This juxtaposition of financial policies has led many to question the overall effectiveness and morality of international aid to countries with troubled human rights records. I have always believed that financial support should be conditional upon respect for human rights and adherence to international law, and it is disheartening to see such significant sums being used without strict oversight. The outcry is not limited to political figures alone. A member of the United Kingdom Parliament, along with various human rights groups, has also called for the immediate release of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. They argue that his arrest was unlawful and represents a blatant violation of international legal standards. The fact that Mr. Nnamdi Kanu is a citizen of the United Kingdom and was allegedly kidnapped in Nairobi, Kenya, only adds to the gravity of the situation. As a person who believes strongly in the rule of law, I am troubled by the possibility that a government might disregard legal protocols and commit such acts with impunity. The ongoing demand for Mr. Nnamdi Kanu's freedom highlights the broader struggle for justice and accountability in Nigeria. The Biafra movement, which seeks the independence of the region of Biafra from Nigeria, has been at the forefront of this controversy. Its supporters maintain that the fight for self-determination is a necessary response to decades of oppression and marginalization. They insist that their struggle will continue until Mr. Nnamdi Kanu is freed and Biafra is recognized as an independent nation. In this context, it is clear that emotions are running high, and the movement is not willing to accept any compromise on its fundamental demands. I can empathize with their determination, as I have always felt that people have the right to choose their own destiny when they face systemic injustice. There is also a noticeable effort by supporters of the Biafra movement to dismiss any dissenting opinions by claiming that critics are merely trying to distract from the real issues at hand. This insistence on unity is both a strength and a vulnerability for the movement, because while a unified stance can amplify their demands, it may also prevent constructive dialogue that could lead to more effective strategies. I personally believe that open and honest discussion is essential for any movement to succeed, as it allows for the incorporation of diverse perspectives and the development of better plans for the future. Adding another layer of complexity, the movement has sought support from prominent global figures for freedom, including former President Donald John Trump of the United States of America and President Vladimir Putin of the Russian Federation.
Trouble that Tinubu have been expecting are finally show face few hours ago. Nobody ever expected what happened. The wife of the UK Prime Minister have finally burst out. The British people have finally burst out. The wife of the UK Prime Minister came out and she made it known to the general public. She told her husband, that is the UK Prime Minister, he said Nigeria kidnapped. She used the word kidnapped. She said Nigeria kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya right from time, and this Nnamdi Kanu is a UK citizen and all of that, and after kidnapping him, they exposed him to a lot of torturing and all of that, and she's now begging the husband to stop the money that UK is allocating to Nigeria, that the husband, that is the UK Prime Minister, must make sure that they sign Biafra into law, that Biafra must be liberated and allowed to go off Nigeria, that they must stand on their own. Now, she's saying that they should stop the money that UK is allocated to Nigeria. You will see for yourself in this video, so I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. The trouble that Tinubu never expected are finally show face. Everywhere is spoiling right now. So if you can share the video, just where to share it as you're watching it. Share to the different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it. Like the video, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again. Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to Latupog Watch TV. For those of you come across this channel for the very first time, just go to click the red subscription button appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon alongside so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. The unexpected have finally occurred a few hours ago. Obasanjo put his support for Biafra, and as if that is not enough, the wife of the UK Prime Minister finally support what Obasanjo said. You will see for yourself in this very video. Kasala boss, the trouble that Tinubu never expected have finally appeared. It have finally showcased, for the wife of UK Prime Minister to come out and step out and made it known to their husband that the UK aid, the money that UK is allocated to Nigeria every year and all of that, Nigeria is benefited from US aid and they actually benefited from UK aid alongside. But Trump came in. Trump is trying to investigate the US aid that they sent to Nigeria. According to reports, all the US aid they sent to Nigeria, the money the US aid have sent to Nigeria is about $10 billion in total. But now, I say that is not enough. The UK Prime Minister have finally listened to the wife. The wife have finally reported the atrocities that Nigerian government have been doing based on Nnamdi Kanu case. The wife made it known that the Nigerian government kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, and she made it known that they exposed Nnamdi Kanu to torture based on the fact that Nnamdi Kanu is agitating for Biafra so that they can liberate themselves from Nigeria. Now, the wife of the UK Prime Minister made it known that the husband should stop the UK aid that Nigeria is benefiting from, and that's millions of pounds that Nigeria is taking from UK. He said they should stop everything, that they should make sure that Nigeria let Biafrans to go, that Nigeria must let Biafrans to go this time, that the husband must ensure that he sign it out that Biafrans should be liberated. You will see it for yourself in this very video. The fact that Tinubu never expected a funny showface in his doorstep. So if you can share the video, just want to share it as you're watching, because I'm going to be playing the full video. You will see everything the way it goes. You will hear what Obasanjo said and all of that. And if you can't share the video, just like the video, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. It was good law that came out some time ago, and he made it known to the general public. He stated his own side of the story regarding Biafra liberation and all of that. And I said that's not enough. Obasanjo came out and he boss out based on Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra liberation thing. You will see for yourself in this very video. Now the UK Prime Minister wife is finally in support of what Obasanjo said. I don't know the reason why this woman actually fell in love with Biafra so much. It derives so much pleasure in Biafra, and now reporting the case to the husband that Nnamdi Kanu is a bona fide citizen of UK, that Nigeria government kidnapped him. He did not even use the word arrest. She said Nigeria government kidnapped him from Kenya, and after kidnapping him from Kenya, they exposed him to torturing in the DSS custody just because this man is agitating for the liberation of his people and all of that. Now this woman pleaded to the husband that the husband should allow Biafrans to go, that he should sign it to law, and she pleaded to the husband that the UK aid, that it should be stopped, that they should not give it to Nigeria again. Now where will Tinubu see money to fund Nigeria? That's a question that a lot of people are actually asking. Said if they did not allow Nnamdi Kanu to go, they should stop the UK aid, and they did not allow Biafra to go, they should cut the tie between UK and Nigeria. You will see share for yourself. So you can share the video, just share it as you're watching, and you can share it just like it. Stay connected. Listen to the obvious yourself. First of all, listen to what Obasanjo said, then you will hear from the UK Prime Minister wife, and you hear from Biafrans. Just stay connected. I'll come back again.
So you can judge for yourself. But I have a few things to say. First, the chairman asked us for permission to sit down. Chairman, we happily granted you permission. But it reminds me of late Chief F.R.A. Williams. He was given in a court. He was making a case for weight of evidence, because he wanted to really make his case for that on that occasion on the weight of evidence. After he has laboriously made his case, he sat down and the chair collapsed. He said, that is the evidence of weight. So your request was granted on the basis of evidence of weight. This is restriction. Okay. They have now said I cannot move outside this restricted area. I will try and keep within that. But you talk about when we first met immediately after the war. But you didn't remember that one of those who helped me in forming my first cabinet was yourself. And I thank you for it. Don't you remember how it happened? Let me come when I had Shukuma working with me as my economic advisor, we worked very closely together, and he never one day misadvised me. Not one day. And I was so happy with him that I decided to send him to the central bank. He was the second Nigerian who was not a commercial banker of some sort sent to the central bank. And he performed so wonderfully well. But on one occasion, soon after I appointed him, somebody came to me and said, wow, you have run the economy of Nigeria. I said, how? He said, an Igbo woman, Minister of Finance, an Igbo man, Governor of Central Bank. Then you have really completed the task of running the economy of Nigeria. Now, I don't know why he said that, except for what I can call Igbophobia. And don't take that lightly. It remains, it persists, and I like what Chief Enwayahu said. I believe on the 13th of January 1970, Biafra died and was buried, actually in the house of my friend here, to Simon Okeke in Amici. Is that correct? But when you have that type of thing that was said to me, and the type of thing that you know is going on, what I call, as I have just called it, what do we do with it? I believe we have to go back to the scripture, which says we must conquer evil with good. And whoever you are, wherever people are being afraid of you, you must make yourself friendly to those who are afraid of you and earn their friendship by being good to them. And that is what we have to do. I have personally experienced that, and nothing wins friendship like you being friendly. But then, for me, the appointment of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala and the appointment of Chukwuma Soludo were probably best of the appointments that I made when I was president. I used to have fun because Chukwuma was not really a fan of the World Bank. And Ngozi came from the World Bank. And we had a woman who was on the desk of Africa in the World Bank called Kruger. And anytime Kruger was coming to Nigeria, we had to prepare as if a president of another nation is visiting us. And Kruger will come, he will give us what he thinks we are not doing right. He will then write a letter to us, which I had to reply before I conclude. But because of my experience with Chukwuma, I am acting for something greater in my mind. When people like you are running away, so what do I expect? Hooligans will take over.
Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, a British citizen, was abducted by Nigerian security forces in Nairobi, Kenya. Since his detention, he has been subjected to torture and many other unpleasantries. A United Nations Rights Council report released a damning assessment of Nigeria's government's treatment and called for his immediate release. My right honourable friend from Camberwell and Peckham has worked tirelessly on behalf of Mr. Kanu and is urging the Foreign Secretary to do more to secure his release. Nigeria is a Commonwealth nation that receives tens of millions in UK aid. It is one of the biggest benefactors of aid. Part of this aid support must be a commitment to human rights and upholding the right to fair trials. Mr. Canoe must be given access to a fair and due process. A British citizen travelling on the British passport should not be kidnapped in a third country and dragged to a Nigerian prison. The government needs to get much tougher. In 2021, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, a British citizen, was abducted by Nigerian security forces in Nairobi, Kenya. Since his detention, he has been subjected to torture and many other unpleasantries. A United Nations Rights Council report released a damning assessment of Nigeria's government's treatment and called for his immediate release. My right honourable friend from Camberwell and Peckham has worked tirelessly on behalf of Mr. Canoe and is urging the Foreign Secretary to do more to secure his release. Nigeria is a Commonwealth nation that receives tens of millions in UK aid. It is one of the biggest benefactors of aid. Part of this aid support must be a commitment to human rights and upholding the right to fair trials. Mr. Canoe must be given access to a fair and due process. A British citizen travelling on the British passport should not be kidnapped in a third country and dragged to a Nigerian prison.
I don't even know what these people are taken by their hand. Because without Biafra, they are nothing. Without the money that they gave it to them, they are nothing. You are parading yourself as army with. I don't see in anywhere or in any continent ordinary army, even if you like big commander in wait meeting you can't be above government. Who the hell is gentle to question our DPM? That is my number one question. Who the hell is this very gentle to ask our DPM to do accountability to who? Can he trade? That thing don't really get angry because I opened my head recently and I saw that video where he was. I thought I know he was begging for his forgiveness the last time that he made one comment, and I know he's not here. That day he was asking maybe someone is in information. Did someone see me say phone gentle to ask our DPM for accountability? I have no verification, and I wish I can get that answer from Anogun, because I believe that in this Biafra struggle, forgiveness is not in our own side. If you do also, you do back. If you decided to scatter or destroy the baby Biafra struggle, we will pay you back with any time when you made it come. Many blood, many souls, since handling years, because of this Biafra issue, and someone will just wake up, start messing around with people's lives, and they think you can take it easy in the person. It's not possible. It's not possible. So, my dear brothers and sisters, what my contribution about this, all this whole thing, is that we are not falling any back. If they right, they can fall back, but we the Biafra, we are not falling back until our PM is out. That is my own suggestion. Thank you very much.
Smart, this is happy. I thought we have all agreed that to make useless of this thing that they are doing, anytime anybody come up to us, we are going to have Nzuko Munni, and that Nzuko, we are going to also say our own that PM told us and the gods told us, so that they will know that we are not interested in what anybody says until PM come and help and come out from jail, wherever they put him, and we are all celebrating in the land of Biafra with our MNK. That's when we will listen to them. All this one they say, this one said, this one did not say, is their own opinion. And I want us not to forget why they are doing it. They want to make this the declaration useless, but we will tell them no. That's why we have to focus on our topic, because most of them will still come out, so that when they come out with this one said and this one did not say, we would also tell them what our own PM told us and what he didn't tell us. Say they want to make a mockery of it, we will let them make a mockery of their senselessness and stupidity. Okay, so I don't want to, when we say it is not like we are making fun of anybody, because wisdom is given. Wisdom is not book. Wisdom is not that you're a PhD or whatever. Wisdom from what you say and what you do. If the cap fits, wear it. When we say say you're stupid and ignorant. You are, based on what you say, not as a human being, but based on your utterances, based on your action. That's how you behave, and that's how we see you, and there's no two ways about it. After all, stupid people, foolish people do get old. Does not mean they will stop being foolish or stupid. So let's stop being so sensitive when we say this person is senseless. Olodo, Yoruba people say Olodo, illiteracy, whatever you want to call it, by your action, not you as a person. That's why you will not understand. You just want to keep using this thing, doing broadcasting. Now Basaga, name all this thing. We're going to put a stop to it. And whenever any of them come out to say anything, we don't care who you're supporting, who you're not supporting. We are in the United States of Biafra. And United States of Biafra is a nation. It's not an individual. It's not PM. It's not MNK. It's not Ojuku. It's not our GPM. It's a nation of all of us. And we have shenanigans, stupid people. Is Nigeria not there? Don't we have all those stupid people? Our governors not there. Do you know their stupidity? So we have our own stupid people here too, doing shenanigans, and we're only 3 months old. Please put on your buckle belt and let them be coming out one at a time. All we do is that when they come, from now on, I thought we agreed, Drake, we are going to come here and say, okay, what the PM tell you today? We are going to do it for every Sunday. We are going to do it, or any amount of time. We all agree. Okay, well, you come and tell us what the PM tell you, so that they will know that they are stupid. That we don't care what the PM say or didn't say. We are a nation. One person's voice doesn't mean everybody will agree to it. Abi? So let's focus on our topic and how we can, what we can say to continue to promote our new nation. We're only 3 months old. God is going to use who is going to use to make sure that Biafra comes. That's what I want us to understand. Be it Putin, be it Trump, not because they say, but by their action. Even this Nigeria, God is going to use them to make sure that Biafra comes. Haven't they been using them by their action, by the things they are doing? So there's nobody that cannot be used. So nobody will come and begin to say that it came from you. Look at them, all the utterances they are doing. As our GPM never come on space to tell you that without that Biafra will not have come. It's a collective effort. But what was the first thing Okembere said? Without me, he's the one sponsoring the trip, as if we didn't donate. He can tell that to his stupid people that don't know, but people who were in this thing know that he was lying. Everybody, your $1, your $2, your $5, and there are bigger people that carry this Finland to hell. From there, we call that one, he keeps saying another one. Even if for nothing, that's the thing. You have small power enter your head, and this is the thing we don't want in Biafra. So we are washing them away, telling them how to behave. You don't just come here because they give you one title. Now you have to earn it and show us what you can do. What are you doing? Opatobi have done it so. Simon PM has done it so. You are that. What are you doing? You this. This one told us. That one told us. Bring your own agenda. PM came and brought his agenda. Did MNK do all this thing that PM did? That's why we're here doing our own. So we should stop. We can live on what they have done and make it better. Okay, PM told us. Didn't DOS say that nothing should be done until MNK come out? Or Obido. So let them wait. We are not fighting with you. Stay in your group, in your space, in your media, wherever you want to stay and be talking. Let those people who are gullible, who think that there is a future in what they are doing, go and give them money. I know I'm in United States of Biafra, and that's where I'm supporting. How can you fight to get a nation? It's like Burkina Faso now finish fighting and got their new nation. Do you see that there now they are beginning to restore their own own traditional language, their traditional way of dressing, their traditional things is putting it in place. They are those useless coat that they will be wearing all this useless European wig. There is a thing of the past there. That's why I told you people, let's don't be arguing about this or this until ayazota godana before ayazobute and now can you try defending now cordula and is safe. Please my brothers, let's concentrate on it. We don't want to hear your whatever like that. We are not interested anymore. This is a nation. Let's promote our nation. They are not beginning to they want to open a headquarters in Washington. So we are proud of them. All the people in that cabinet that made it possible. Bosa. May God continue to give you guys wisdom. And the sabos will still come out. More will still come out. MNK have said it and we are seeing it. So when they come out, we tell, is that what? No more fighting. When they say PM, say, is that what PM told you? You have to make what they are doing senseless and show them their own stupidity. Is that what the PM told you? Imana kangwakwagi nke PM gwam last night. Oh makana chọrọ n'ukwe. Oyikugo nke gị, oyogiwa kwọ nke gị. We quench it. Don't debate it. Who is who? Nobody is bigger. We are all Biafrans. We will have our shenanigans. Don't you have them in our land now? It's our governor. Don't you see what they are doing? So I want to thank everybody here for all you're doing. So let's continue to find ways to support what other things we want our government to do in the place of security, what we want in every state, what is happening in your state, how you're supporting your state. Those are the things we should be talking about. And you people can see that all they want to do is to be drawing drama, so we will spend all our day talking about an irrelevant person. Oh yeah, and now don't you see the way we all come? What are you talking about?
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can hear everything that was said in this very video. You can hear what Obasanjo said. You know, these people actually know the truth, but for them to come out to say the truth at times, for them to come out to say the truth right from time, they will never come out to say it. They will be dancing around the present government of the day. But the fact remains, they are now coming out, they're stepping out to say the truth as far as Biafra liberation is concerned and all of that. Now, it was even good news that came out some days ago and made it known to the general public that Nigeria is not even a nation before and all of that. But after all that was said, Obasanjo came out now and he said the same part of the story. You can hear everything that Obasanjo actually said regarding Biafra in this very video. If you don't listen to it very well, date back to the video again. Listen to what Obasanjo said. Hear all that he said. And I say that's not enough. The UK Prime Minister wife, you can hear her saying everything in this very video. She's in total support of everything that Obasanjo said. Now, a lot of people are now aspiring for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, though a lot of them are not really talking about the release of Simon Ekpa and all of that, but the Nnamdi Kanu aspect of it, they said the detention of Nnamdi Kanu is actually illegal, that the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu is not called an arrest, that it is kidnapped. Now, the wife of the Prime Minister of UK, she's saying it obviously, she's saying it to her husband here, that the husband should stop the UK aid that is coming to Nigeria every year, because unannounced, the UK aid comes to Nigeria just to support Nigeria economy and all of that, and that's billions of pounds or millions of pounds. And at the same time, the US aid comes to Nigeria, and according to the estimation that Trump did as far as the US aid that have been coming to Nigeria for the past few years, they said it is $10 billion in total that have entered Nigeria. That's trillions of naira. But what did they use the money to do? Nobody knows, and they never give account of how they spend the money. Now, the Trump in question made it known to the general public that the US aid that is coming to Nigeria should be suspended and must be investigated. And I say that's not enough. The wife of the UK Prime Minister is now saying it again, that the UK aid that is coming to Nigeria should be slashed, that they should not allow it to come to Nigeria again. If they refuse to release Nnamdi Kanu, now it is mainly not to the general public that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya. She did not even use the word arrest. I think that some people, they say that he was arrested from Kenya to Nigeria, but she said they kidnapped him from Kenya and brought him to Nigeria and exposed him to absolute torturing, that they'll be torturing Nnamdi Kanu right from time, and they refuse to let him go. And she's making it known that this Nnamdi Kanu in question is a bona fide UK citizen, because Nnamdi Kanu is having dual citizenship. He's a Nigerian citizen, at the same time he's a UK citizen by document and all of that. Now this woman is making known to the husband that they should make it known to the Nigerian government that they must allow Nnamdi Kanu to go, or else their UK aid will be slashed, and they must allow Biafra to go. That's what this woman is actually saying in this very video, and a lot of people have been pulling their supports and all of that, because Tinubu never expected that this matter will actually get to where it's getting to. Nobody ever expected that international communities, international space can actually talk about what is happening as far as Biafra liberation thing is concerned and all of that. And I say that's not enough. They said they need to let Biafra to go, but I say that's not enough. In the same vein, a lot of Biafra stakeholders have been fighting based on positions and all of that. I hear them talking in this very video. The COS Ngozi and even Ongokere, they be fighting based on the fact that I'm the one that want to make the rulings, and you're not the one that is in position to spread news or make rulings on behalf of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and all of that. Simon Ekpa, when he was in power, he never appointed a deputy prime minister, though he is the prime minister, but he never appointed the deputy prime minister. Even when they tried to prioritize him to get a deputy prime minister, he allowed the office to be vacant, and the COS, the chief of staff, is the one that is next to the deputy prime minister. So since there's no deputy prime minister, the COS is the next to Simon Ekpa. So that is Ngozi is the next to Simon Ekpa, but Ongekere is just a financial minister, according to what a lot of them are saying. Ongekere is just a minister that is in charge of finance. Now Ngozi is a boss. She's a boss to Ongekere because she's the chief of staff, and Ongekere is part of the staffs. Now why is Ongekere trying to make himself an acting prime minister in the absence of Simon Ekpa, and is trying to constitute a lot of nuisance to sabotage the developments that is ongoing as far as the Biafra liberation thing is concerned? So the fight is out there. They'll be dragging the position and all of that.
This is the end of our news update. Please click the icon on the top right corner of your screen to watch my next video. You will enjoy it. I will see you again in my next update. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now.